You don't just exist. It's not to come to the earth and say, what profession do I like? I just like spending my time watching movies. That's not why you exist, if that's not why God created. For example, I'm a lawyer. I like to read law. What if God didn't send me to read law? It may not necessarily exclude what I'm doing now, but I must understand what priorities are. For example, Paul says God did not send me to baptize, but to preach the gospel. Doesn't mean that he could not baptize, but what that meant is that his primary responsibility under God was to preach the gospel. It doesn't mean I may not go to court and say, "My Lord." But of course, I must preach the gospel. Jesus knew that he was on the earth to preach the gospel. So even when food was going to be jeopardized by that, he decided to stay at the well to wait for the woman so that he would preach the gospel into Samaria. By the way, you remember that one time he was trying to get in through Samaria, so they thought, and the Samaritans blocked him off. Peter and John said, "Can we call down fire on this city?" He knew there was still a salvation plan. So when they went right there, he decided to wait at the well for an emissary to come forth so that through her he can preach the gospel to Samaria, even when he was very hungry. That woman had great ability. She had the ability to attract